Please call it back.
It's recording!
Yes. Call us back. It's recording?
Yes.
It's recording.
Oh. Well, I guess we can just add it all.
David spammed the chat so much I don't know what the order is. There it is.
Oh, it's Alice. It's me.
Alice, you're reading first.
Yes.
Start fucking reading if we're recording.
It was cold, and Rarity taking all the covers for herself. Rainbow Dash couldn't believe it, but in the entirety of Carousel Boutique, Rarity had only a single blanket. Rainbow Dash had come in earlier during the day to get her flight suit repaired, and the sun had already set by the time Rarity was finished.
While most ponies getting clothes repaired would simply go home and pick them up the next day, Rainbow Dash didn't trust Rarity to just repair her flight suit. Leave that designer alone for too long, and she'd try her hooves at beautifying anything. Fearing that her flight suit might end up too frilly, the rainbow-colored pony elected to stay and keep an eye on Rarity. Come nightfall, the friends figured that Rainbow Dash may as well spend the night with Rarity so as to avoid the pain of flying at night.
Rainbow Dash was having a bit of difficulty falling asleep. She wasn't used to beds, just clouds. It looked like we're falling asleep, and she was now pressing herself up against Rainbow Dash. Someone else. You know why.
It's well.
Oh!
No.
I'll just fucking carry on for it. This was going to be a sleepless night for sure. 10 minutes later, Rainbow Dash had nearly managed to fall asleep before she felt something pressing into her back. Only after opening her eyes and turning around to push Rarity a distance away did she notice what it was. A massive horse stick, nearly 1.5 feet long.
It couldn't be real, could it?
Alright.
Tentatively, Rainbow Dash poked it. Chances were Rarity was just trying to get back at her for the prank she'd played a few days back. But, as Rainbow Dash's forehoof grazed the gargantuan cock, she could have sworn she saw Rarity squirm. No, thought the blue pony. It must have been in my imagination. She touched the pole once more, just to be certain.
This time, Rarity's eyes shot open. Rainbow Dash, she yelled. Now what do you think you're doing?
It's real? I wasn't sure.
Flustered, Rarity responded, "Why, darling, just because I'm a lady doesn't mean that I don't have a penis."
Rainbow Dash ran a hoof down the cock. It definitely was attached to Rarity. The toothpaste white pony blushed.
Yes, Rainbow, she said. It's real. Now if you will be so kind to stop that.
A mischievous grin dawned upon Rainbow Dash's face before her head lunged at the cock, taking a full half of it into her mouth. Rarity's jaw dropped in shock before her expression changed instead to a smile. That, she said to the pony sucking on her mare cock, is just fine as well. Just fine, darling.
Rarity felt great. She moved her friend's forehooves onto the bottom half of her meat rod before laying back in bliss. She hadn't expected that Rainbow Dash could be able to work such wonders with her tongue, and the sensations were growing a bit too much. Rainbow Dash herself was leaking maple syrup from her candy hole and removed one of her forehooves from Rarity's monster dong so she could rub herself.
Rainbow Dash slowly lifted her head off of Rarity's ramrod while delicately going over the bottom of the shaft with her tongue. Rarity squeaked in bliss.
Rarity, said Rainbow Dash, spreading the curtains to her tunnel of love as she lay back. Put it in me.
Guiding her cunt crusher into position, Rarity exhaled happily. If you buck as well as you fillet, dear, I can forget about trying to nab a prince's plot hole.
Rainbow Dash grunted as the fashionista pony's wrecking ball plowed into her sugary insides. Rarity only had time to thrust in and out once before a noise made her jump back in shock.
Hi, Rarity, said a voice behind her. I'm glad to see you're still awake. I just got word from Princess Celestia that I'm needed in Canterlot tomorrow, and I was hoping you could fix this hole in my dress. It looks like some wolf got to it. Don't worry, I'll pay you double and...
The newly arrived purple pony suddenly stopped talking. Oh my, she said before starting back out of the room. I guess I shouldn't teleport directly into your room next time.
Rainbow Dash hid under the blanket while Rarity turned around and looked at Twilight sheepishly.
Yeah, was all Rarity could think of to say. After a few seconds of silence, continued. You could just leave your dress on that counter. I'll get to it soon. It's just that right now, little busy.
Okay, Rarity, said Twilight cheerily as ever as she levitated her dress over the counter that Rarity had pointed at. I'll pick it up in the morning, okay?
Yes, Twilight, goodbye, screeched Rarity.
Twilight's horn lit up as she began to cast a teleportation spell. Finally peeking out from under the covers, Rainbow Dash yelled, Twilight, you can't just barge into something this and leave like nothing happened. Get over here.
The magic in Twilight's horn faded. Are you sure, Rainbow Dash? Rarity?
Rainbow Dash nodded. Rarity looked at Rainbow Dash and then at Twilight before speaking. Well, she said, I suppose more friends, more fun. Come on, Twilight.
I thought you would never ask, responded Twilight before climbing into Rarity's bed. Rarity smiled as before inserting her cement roller back into Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash smiled, but Twilight tenaciously pulled Rainbow Dash's mouth open.
How big a horse cock do you want? Asked Twilight, as a magical dick 12 inches long sprouted from her nether regions. Tell me if that's too big for you.
Rainbow Dash tried to speak, but Twilight's telekinesis was still forcing her mouth. Not big enough? Asked Twilight. No worries.
Twilight's horn glowed yet again as her cock extended to be nearly 2 feet in length. Straddling Rainbow Dash's face, she forced her entire purple sparkle penis down the blue pony's throat. Rainbow Dash gagged audibly as Rarity continued to pound away, letting her squeak escape her with every stroke.
While she continued to ravage the struggling Rainbow Dash's mouth, Twilight Sparkle felt something press up against the bag of holding that was her sparkly purple pony vagina. If Rarity was in front of her, then who would be behind her unless it was?
Twilight saw Trixie looking at her with the most douche-tastic grin imaginable. Twilight, she said calmly, the great and powerful Trixie figured she'd scry a bit to see what you were up to, and you went to something like this without telling Trixie? How shameful.
Trixie's $5 footlong found its way to Twilight's moist Indus Valley and began to pound away, making Twilight's thrusts into Rainbow's mouth spastic. The gagged pony had a look of panic in her eyes.
Trixie recognizes these lesser ponies, the brutish blue one and the princey one.
Ignoring Trixie, Twilight continued to pound away into Rainbow Dash, while Rarity gave Trixie a look of what the hell are you doing in my house? Trixie simply continued to grin and make laser sounds with her mouth as a marine frigate docked with Twilight Sparkle's mothership. Readying itself for troop deployment, Trixie lit up a horn causing a large rubber horsecock to appear nearer, nearly 6 inches in diameter.
For you, Blue Pony said Trixie matter-of-factly as she floated the artificial appendage over to Rainbow Dash's anus. A plot device.
Rainbow Dash winced in pain as the massive dildo the size of the sun penetrated her Venetian canal. Rarity yelped as Rainbow's sudden movement brought her to orgasm, her organ gun firing rapid bursts of authentic Mexican-style sour cream into Rainbow Dash. Yawning, the marshmallow pony laid down on the floor. Would you ponies take it from here? She asked. I still need to get some sleep.
Rainbow Dash choked as bursts of unborn fillies made their way down her throat. Finally, Twilight pulled out. Rainbow Dash capped up some of Twilight's seeds before speaking. Ow. Fuck, she said before coughing again. I was about to pass out.
Ignoring the 2 ponies had left their mini orgy, Trixie continued to pound into Twilight with all her might. Lighting up a horn, she expanded the size of a mammoth erection until Twilight's wind tunnel of a vagina was stretched to its limit. Only then did the obviously best pony allow herself to ejaculate. The plague of locust that was her semen, of a fury moving through Twilight's horse vagina.
A few minutes later, and Trixie found themselves asleep as well. Only Rainbow Dash was still up, trying to decide which ponycock to jam into herself first. The
end. God, that was funny.
I don't even know anymore.
a part 3.